Howdy, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. I'm the Brand. I'm here at the Portal Home Studio, which is my house. And I got all these great games behind me. Going to play some Marvel Champions today. People have been clamoring for more Marvel Champions, and with Venom out, I figured I'd try to build a deck for almost all the aspects and play some more. I've got time on my hands right now. I am teaching theater at a camp in the morning, or early morning, I guess. And then I came back and had some lunch, and I'm ready to stream. So I'm going to play Venom today, as I was saying, and just been trying to look for different ways to play Venom. I really like this ability on Venom, so I'm trying to figure out how I can most make use of that. So I decided, okay, if I have an extra resource every turn, and then this card, Welcome Aboard, came out right here, that makes all allies cost 2 less. Well, then, with that card, I've got 3 already for an ally with a single card. So then if I got a double resource or whatever it was, I could play some of the bigger allies. So I decided that I picked some bigger allies. I mean, they're 3, 4, and 5. I didn't pick the biggest allies, and I stuck to a lot of Guardians here. And I want to try to highlight the allies and different things. So, and then the idea is to kind of put all sorts of stuff on the allies and work our way through. So we're going to have Venom take on Ultron, and I shuffled in the Kree Militants, so it wouldn't be too easy. It's weird to say that Ultron's going to be easy, but to make it more difficult, just to really show. So if this goes anything like my previous stream, I'm going to lose. But I think I've now played 5 times against different villains, maybe 3 against Ultron, and I've won off camera. So we'll see if the curse of live streaming continues. I will play twice if I lose. Ultron's a little longer, so I'm not sure that I would get a 3rd game in. But I have won every game with this deck that I didn't expect to win. It is a 50-card deck, which I don't think is a good idea in general. Sorry, just checking here. It's a 50-card deck, which, again, I don't think is a good idea. And there's some interesting parts that I'll show you. I've actually got the deck laid out in front of me, so we'll jump into that. So Venom Leadership versus Ultron. I hope everybody's having a good day. It looks like there's a handful of people on here, so thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and thumb up the video. That would be super helpful. And those subscribers are coming lately, so we appreciate that so much. We've got other games that are on here, but Champions definitely seems to be the favorite, and it's the easiest for me to play. I don't really have to learn a lot of rules and things, so works well for me. So while I'm home, you'll probably see Champions 2-3 times a week, and then I'll mix in some of the other games. Gonna finish up my Imperium Classic. No, I got 2 more, so I don't know if I'll finish this week. Probably 1 this week, 1 next week. Imperium Classics, so we'll get through that campaign, and then I want to play Embarcadero, and I really want to try to do Star Trek Frontiers live at some point. That's a big, long game. That's 4 or 5 hours. So I might actually try to do that one in 2 sessions or something. But so we'll see a bunch of other things. Hello! Howdy from the UK. Hi, Scott. Glad you're here. Enjoying Venom. Good luck against Ultron. Hey, and Matt's here too. Hey, Matt. Oh, howdy from Maine. Excellent. I can't get that from here. my mother's family's all from Maine. We were just up there early in the summer, so sounds good. All right. The other thing I will make note is I'm going to be on One Stop Co-op Shop live stream, which is Friday night at 10 with Peter. Terrence won't be able to make it, although I think they're going to play on Wednesday, so definitely check them out. And I'm going to play Rocket Aggression against Ultron, so I guess it's going to be more Ultron. So, yes, be very ready. That is going to be a blast. And I'll have to pull out my Rocket accent for that one, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so let's go down to the table here, and I'll show you the deck. So again, 50 cards. You can see a whole bunch. Here's my Venom pack. So the 5 allies that I included are Gamora, Rocket, Groot, Yondu, and Beta Ray. So I really wanted to show off Beta Ray Bill. That's probably one of the most expensive. His ability is extremely good. He's got 4 health. He attacks for 3. After he defeats a minion, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Wow. So that's 3 damage and 2 threat if you're killing minions. So I figured that was so good. So I have 5 allies because I included Triskelion and Nowhere, so that allows me to have 2 extra allies. So that gives me 5 allies that I can have in play. So I didn't play any more than that. It will be a little ally light, I suppose. In the beginning, it'll be tougher to get allies with a 50-card deck and only 5 in there. I'm going to get 1 out every other turn. And then you'll see a bunch of other stuff. So I got the Welcome Aboards to play them cheaper. I don't think Welcome Aboard is actually an amazing card. I think it's a good card. It's another double resource if you want to play allies. Now, if you want to load up your deck with allies and double resources and Welcome Aboard, you could just be tossing 2 allies out a turn and chump blocking for you and a friend, and yeah, that could just be your plan. That works. I've got a single Blaze of Glory. This is an end game card, so I'm not really going to play this throughout the game. I could, if I get into trouble, I could play this, but I haven't yet. And then I just want to burn this on the second to last turn or the last turn. You're going to watch Ultron will just go down in like 1 or 2 rounds once I flip him to stage 2. Really, probably, yeah, 2 rounds. There's just going to be so much damage. So if that Blaze of Glory comes out, he's just done if I have all the allies on the table. First aid I put in there to be able to heal any of them. Really, they're going to have so much health because I'm going to add 3 health to a bunch of them that I have out. So they're going to have 6, 7 health each. But the healing is just to heal the one, whichever one comes out early, and I'll talk about that in a second. The team training for more health for them. I've got all of these upgrades, so this will help me play allies cheaper. The Helicarrier lets me play cards cheaper. Avengers Mansion draw. The CITT, again, is an endgame card. Once I Blaze of Glory one of those, then I can pay 2, ready them, and they can attack being all pumped up. So you can see I've got 3 Inspired, 3 Comms Implants. Oh, these give them health as well. So if I put this on them, they can get plus 4 health. I know I was thinking 4 in my head. So 1 from the team training, 2 from the suit, and 1 from this gives them 4. And then I've got the laser blasters here. Now, I do know that Beta Ray Bill is Asgardian, and he can't equip these. And I hope that I won't forget that. I haven't forgot it at all, but sometimes when you get on these streams, you forget and you make that mistake. So if I make that mistake, yell at me, but realize I'm telling you ahead of time, I do know that's a thing. I do know I can't equip these on Beta Ray Bill. So here's what's interesting, now that you've kind of seen the deck. I don't favor any of these allies, and I don't favor any of this equipment on any of these allies. I'm just putting together a team of experts. I want all these strong, expensive, and 3 and up. 4 and 5 are obviously expensive allies, but, on the more expensive side, whoever I get first is going out. Whatever these upgrades I get is going out on them to some extent, as best I can. I'm not setting this up to say Yondu gets this, this, and this, and Gamora gets this, this, and... Nope, we're just putting allies out and putting upgrades on them and using them. And you'll see, even though the game will go on for a while, like I said, the earliest allies that I put out, if I put out 1 or 2, I'll probably have to first aid them, but the rest, because of 8 health, that's 8 turns of using them. So it's going to kind of work that way. So that's the idea. We'll see if it works. In terms of all that, I think it's a little bit more of a fun deck. I don't really know what to do with leadership at this point. It feels like there's just a system you could always play with strength in numbers and drawing cards and putting cheap allies out, because you're not limited with Avengers allies, so you can just put Avengers allies and Guardians, and then of course you could put Nowhere out and just draw cards. So I feel like leadership just kind of is leadership. Obviously with Venom's ability, the other thing I thought of was like Moxie, and I can't remember the other one, where I could increase his stats and then ready him with run and gun. But I mean, that's kind of what we saw with Quicksilver, and it works really, really well with Quicksilver. It works okay with Venom. So this is the idea I had. I thought it'd be fun to just be like, I've got this whole kit, and whoever comes out, comes out. And it's kind of chaos, and it's going to look like I'm losing, and then I get back into winning form, and then go from there. And to me, that feels like Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I'm a movie fan. The Guardians of the Galaxy movie is my favorite one by far in the series of movies, even over Endgame and all those. I don't know the comics as well. Basically, I just decided there's a raccoon and I love raccoons, so there's that. And then when I saw the movie, I absolutely adored it. So this is all chaotic. Like, who's here? Let's put them out. Okay, who's got tape? You don't have any tape? What's going on? Oh, we're going to need this. Where is he? What's he doing? Right? It's just that chaos of the Guardians battles where somehow they come out with the win in the end. Yeah, strength in numbers, and then you save some of your allies. That works. And I could do that here as well. So I was just looking for something different. So that's the chaos of this. It's just, I don't care which ally comes out. I don't care which upgrades, obviously avoiding Beta Ray Bill. And we're just going to try to work our way through that. All right. So let's talk more rock. That's how it was at concerts when I was a teenager. So here we go. We'll shuffle up real good. Hopefully I won't forget to put a card out. We'll also put Venom's cards in. So 50 card deck, super inefficient. I still think I find Venom best. Did that focus? Let's get that to focus. I'm here. here. Focus. There we go. I find Venom best in protection has been my favorite. I know a lot of people are enjoying Justice. Oh no. Hopefully. Tell me if you can see the camera or not. It seems to not want to focus today. Oh, and this is the corner of my Imperium box. Sneak it that way a little bit. And tokens. I was never a teenager. There you go. Yeah, so we'll see how all this goes. I like Venom in protection best. I know people like Justice. I mean, in solo, Justice works so well because you can, you know, put cards in to take care of threat without worrying about the kit or whatever. I haven't tried him in aggression yet. I really like the deck that has a whole bunch of weapons in it, and then you use all the cards that exhaust weapons. I think that's a really cool idea, especially to make his pistols more useful. So we'll see about that at some point if I can do that and whatnot. Wow, why is that camera doing that? That's bothering me. Is that camera doing that for all of you? And is it blurry? Is it because my hands are going up there? All right, oops, that card should be my face down, so we'll put that one out. All right, and then we'll shuffle up here. This is just the drone thing. I'm just going to kind of tuck that there, reminding us of the drones. Leadership Iron Man. That does sound interesting. Leadership Iron Man with some of the new cards to play things cheaper. Yep, and he gets to draw a card, so you could search for that if you needed it. Okay, all right, I see that. All right, so we got our ally out. You're going to see I'll probably pitch a bunch of cards because I don't want these upgrades. So Yondu, you're the one. He's coming out. So now the question is, do we want team training? Team building exercise. Yeah, and we'll see if we can hold the endurance to play because we do get an extra resource. Ooh, Project Rebirth. There's our welcome aboard. Okay, so now we draw for a gun. And actually the deck... Oh, now I drew multi-gun. Okay. I'd almost rather not draw multi-gun. So we're going to drop endurance for Project Rebirth. That's really his best card. We're going to draw a card using that. And get the Helicarrier. Okay. So we've got to get these down. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get Yondu, and we won't have enough for that. So we could team building, and then we could use these and hold the multi-gun is an idea. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We will flip. We'll spend 1, 2 to put team building out. Then we'll use that, plus this, plus Helicarrier to play Yondu. We're not going to use our ability here. We're going to use Yondu to attack. He doesn't take any consequential damage. We're going to hold the multi-gun, and then we will attack for 2. And he's down to 20. So we will actually deal some damage to Ultron as we go through here. Normally, I just kind of wait. And things are going to get hectic. And if I draw... I've discovered with him, if you draw shadows early, like, it's tough. Even with the multi-gun or whatever you might have. So our plan is generally to play the multi-gun. We could Inspire and Laser Blaster, but I think this will be where we want to go. We could get another weapon if we need to, so... We shall see. And you see I'm going to probably flip down this first turn, barring some other, you know, if he draws advance or something. That. Okay, let's see. Lots of tech. Oh, leadership tech. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, but if they're not attached to him, do they not count? If I add tech to my allies, I don't think it increases my hand size for Iron Man. Yeah, no, he can defend for a lot, and then you can play that perfect defense with hard to ignore and unflappable and all those, and that works really well. And then ready him or stun, and then he's just got grasping tendrils for other turns when you just want to be able to thwart or whatever it is. So works really well. All right, we're adding 1. We are adding a drone. We are getting attack. We have 14 health, so we're just going to take it. Plus 2. I actually don't mind seeing this card because if I can put 1 copy out, it just makes the shadows that much better. So we're going to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1 more is 6. So we are down to 8. So we get hit pretty hard, but we got Project Rebirth that can bring us right back up. And then we will draw. Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone in front of you. No worries. But see, that card would get Surge had I not dealt damage to him. All right, so really our focus is to get multi-gun out. We could get multi-gun, and then we could go draw for another one of our guns, which I think will be better than inspiring him for now, although the laser blaster would allow us to put some damage on Ultron, which isn't too bad either. So what do we want to do here? Which one? I think we'll get our gun so we can thwart for more. So we're going to put the multi-gun out. Then we're going to play locked and loaded. Let's just make sure we have a pistol. Yep, to go search for a pistol. Oh, we can just look. Actually, I can get any weapon. So if I wanted to add one of their weapons, I just realized that. I could do that as well, but I don't. I want one of my pistols. And then we're just going to take a damage to play the pistol. This board is going to get a little busy, so I'll start tucking some things in places as we go. All right. And I used my symbiotic bond to play that. All right, so now what do we want to do? Now what we want to do is we are going to have Yondu kill the drone. Now is my other pistol. We're going to have the multi-gun remove the threat. We're going to flip down, and we're going to heal for 7. 4 plus 3, so we're full. And I know I flipped down, which means this scheme is going to flip. But I really like to flip down. I'm not worried about that first scheme. It's going to pop at some point. Yes, it's nice when I don't have to do that, but will work. So we'll ready everything. See if we draw some allies. So here we go. We got loads of allies now, and we've got team building exercise. Again, doesn't work for Beta Ray Bill. So we may put one of these other allies out. And then this card is just so good. This is just the best card in this deck. To be able to confuse and flip down is amazing. All right, so we will add one. Then he will scheme for 2 plus 2. Hey, there goes Shadows. So this is going to pop. So we have to add a drone. And then we flip, and then that drone will scheme for 1. And then he's going to draw a card, which will be an advanced drone. All right, so here we go. Project Rebirth to draw a card. And it is a team training. I'd like to get that down. It's tricky. All right, so we got to decide who we want out. So Groot, honestly, I defend with him, but I also tend to attack them a lot. Gamora lets me draw cards, so I kind of like her, although Beta Ray Bill can keep us moving. So I think I'll go Beta Ray Bill. So let's flip. We're going to put Beta Ray Bill out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to get rid of that team training. And 5. I think we'll do that. Put him out. Then we're going to have Yondu swing here for 1. We're going to have Beta Ray Bill finish off that drone, which will remove 2 threat. Add another drone, and then we'll use our multi-gun to kill those 2, because this deals 1 damage to each minion in play. And then we can swing for 3 against Ultron. So you see, I'm really going to flip down, heal, and then flip up and take his attacks, unless I draw Grasping Tendrils. So that'll kind of be the idea. All right, I'm going to hold this team training, because if I can get this out, that just makes my allies that much more useful, because sometimes I will use Yondu to remove threat here. When necessary. There we go. So now we could do that. We probably won't draw an ally. Sometimes I flip down with Rebirth draw. It's like if I don't get hit hard, but I don't have anything to stop his attack, so most likely I'm going to get hit pretty hard. So we'll do that. We're going to add a drone from this. Then we're going to add a drone when he attacks. We'll just be able to kill him with the multi-gun. So he's going to attack me for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go down to 6. So this is where it gets tricky. If he attacks me again, I have to sacrifice one of them. And I do have Beta Ray Bill, so it wouldn't have been bad to add 3 to this, but we'll see. And then he heals 1 for each drone, so he's going to go to 21. Alrighty. So we're going to put the team training down. I'm just going to tuck that under Venom, because it's just kind of a permanent effect. I'm going to move some of these off to the side that I exhaust. My gun's here. It's tricky with space. All right, so we'll play the team training using the double resource. And then I can't put these on him, so I could put one on Yondu, which I will. And we'll put that on him. And then, am I going to use Beta Ray Bill? Sure. So I will take a damage to put the comms implant on him as well. I will swing through one of these. That's my grasping tendrils. Now he has overkill, so I deal 1 to Ultron. Again, if I can keep just a little bit of damage, all these cards that come out where Ultron heals won't surge. So then I can just deal with, hey, he healed, no big deal. Then I'll just use the multi-gun here. I'm going to save Beta Ray Bill. And I'll just let that one threat be there. Flip down, exhaust, Project Rebirth, heal 7, go to 12. Do I start at 12 and not 14? All right, I'm at 10. Was I ever at 2 health? Boy, I'm really sorry. I set it to 14. I think I was playing Drax. Well, there's my mistake. But I don't think I ever got down to 2 health, so I'll just be back at 10. My bad, everybody. Just realized that. He's at 12. So we'll just be -2 on that. All right. Probably got myself a lot closer than I had realized on some of those. All right, so now we get this nowhere down, which will be able to trigger. We're not going to use Blaze of Glory right now. It just doesn't make sense unless this piles up to 9 threat or something and I need to remove it. Then I would do something like that. But again, Beta Ray Bill's not a Guardian, so that's what we're looking at. All right, we'll add one here. We will add a drone. Again, drones, because I can kill them with the multi-gun. So even though they scheme, then I can just get rid of them all as one action. Then he will scheme for 2. Plus 2 is 4, so this goes to 5. Sorry, plus 5. So that goes to 7. So again, if he draws advance here, that's probably the biggest issue I have. And then he adds another drone. All right, Project Rebirth. I will use to... I'm going to get rid of all the threat. I'm going to kill one of them. He could get rid of threat. I could get rid of threat. You can put Inspired on Beta Ray Bill, which doesn't really matter, so maybe I'll put it on Yondu. Can get rid of 2 threat with that. Do I want to draw a card? No, I think I'll just stay healthy. So I'm going to heal myself back up. I'm going to flip over. I'm going to play Nowhere off to the side here. And then I've got both of these. Is there a benefit on him? Only against those bigger drones. So we'll go for it. We're going to use Blaze of Glory to play the Inspired on Beta Ray Bill. He's going to attack for 4, which is way overkill. And remove 2 threat when he does that. And then Yondu will just kill this drone. And then I will remove 2 4 threat to bring that down to 1. So really got to keep that threat under control. When Yondu kills that one, he's +1. So he has overkill, so he deals 1 to Ultron. All right, we're putting together a team of experts. We got 3 experts so far, and then we've got these 2 cards. I think I'm going to get rid of the comms implant. Do I have any allies left in here? Let me see. 1, 2. All right, so there's 1 ally left. Gamora and Groot. Rocket is the only one. So Rocket's really there to hit the bigger minions, is going to be the idea. If they come out. I'm not going to worry about that for Rocket then. All right, so we'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Running gun. Still haven't seen a Grasping Tendrils. This will be good because I can use this and then flip down. I may actually even put 1 less out. I may even just go to 3 with that. And then have him draw, flip a 0 when he attacks me. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then the minion attacks me 1, so that's 4. I go to 8. And then he will flip a Kree Commando. Okay, so now we want to figure that out. So he attacks for 4. So if I multi-gun here for 2, and then attack with Beta Ray Bill for 4, 3, 4, then he is dead. When he dies, we remove 2 threat here. Then we will have Yondu attack here and overkill for 1. There's Rocket. Oh, that's the other fun of this deck. I forgot. When you're playing Ultron, like, you don't know where cards are going to be, and cards are coming and going, and Ultron, he's discarding. Like, he messes with your decks or even messes with the system. Like, you can't build the allies the way you want. I find that enjoyable. I could totally see other people being like, that's not fun. That's annoying. So, your mileage may vary. All right. Do I want to run and gun? Don't really need to. So I will discard these two for behind enemy. What else am I going to do? I can't put any of these out, right? So I guess I kind of want to run and gun. So if I got rid of these two to pay for it, it wouldn't be able to play this. Yeah. So unfortunately, this is how it's going to go. Behind enemy lines, we'll get rid of two and then confuse him. People still with me out there? It's been quiet in chat, but I see people are still here, and I see I'm still rolling. Sometimes I'm looking down, and I don't realize. Everybody's looking at the top of my head, I guess, once I start doing that. All right. Yeah, 2 running guns is not my favorite. So I will flip down, I will exhaust to heal, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a card with Project Rebirth. It might just be something I discard. The reinforced suit's pretty good. I'm going to hold 1 run and gun, but not 2. I'm going to go through my deck either way. So we will draw 3, take an additional card. And remember, Beta Ray Bill now has 5 health. So he's probably going to be, well, he's obviously my prime candidate to be healed when I see my first aid. Did I get it? No. Oh, I did get my Spider Sense too. Yeah, no problem. People don't need to be chatting. I'm just making sure. We are live, after all, so that is the joy of being live. All right, so I've got 4, 5. So I definitely put a suit on Beta Ray Bill. I don't need one on Yondu, so that's not going to be high priority, and I want to get Spider Sense. So these are the 2 big cards. The CITT, again, is just a late card, so I'm not desperately trying to get that out. So these ones can come out. I might put it out because I can use this and my card draw. We'll see. I wouldn't mind an Endurance just to get that 15 health. Helps me with when Ultron double attacks, but at some point I just have to block with one of my experts and let them go when I get double attacked. Or I have the Grasping Tendrils just in time. All right, we're going to add one here. We're going to put a drone out because they're just easy for us to kill. And if he does scheme, we can add to that. So easy to get rid of. I'm much more worried about threat than drones. He's confused, so that's gone. But the drone schemes for 1, and then he will scheme for 1, 2... Oh, no, he doesn't scheme. Sorry. Then this is our card. Drone Factory. Let me put that here. So we're going to add a drone, and then this has 6 threat on it. So that gets a little tricky, because this removes from the main scheme, so I'll have to use my other things to get from there. And then we have a second card, which is Under Fire, because why not? Assault will surge into Ultron's Imperative, which will have 2 on it and give us 2 more drones. At least those didn't come out in the other order. Into a Kree Private. All right, so we got our work cut out for us here. We've got lots of threat, lots of other things. Let's Project Rebirth to draw a card behind enemy lines. That'll help us get rid of threat. So we're going to need... He's only going to be able to help us here. We're going to have to use Yondu. This one can get rid of this. The other thing I like to do is have Ultron's Imperative when I flip him. That way he doesn't go get it. Because then I don't want to add drones. Once I get to phase 3, I just want to take him out. So, all right, we should be good. We will do this. We will use the multi-gun, and we will fire down this line. Obviously not the Kree Private, who gets 1. We will use a reinforced suit to put a reinforced suit on Beta Ray Bill. We will exhaust Beta Ray Bill to deal 4 damage to the Private, which will also get rid of 2 here. So he's 4, 5, 6, 7 health. So he's still got a couple more hits in him. Then we've got to deal with all this over here, huh? All right, so that could be my behind enemy lines. I could also run and gun. So, oh, I used the multi-gun there, huh? So Yondu can get rid of 3. I can get rid of 2. So let me get rid of 2. That gets rid of this. That might have to stay. So now I have to decide between multi-gun and behind enemy lines. No, sorry. Run and gun and behind enemy lines. So I'm going to go with behind enemy lines. So that's going to get rid of 3 threat. and confuse him because I paid the right resources. And then I'm going to play my Spider Sense by taking a damage and using my Symbiotic Bond. And I'm going to tuck Spider Sense in here and probably proceed to forget it. That has happened before. And then Yondu will scheme, or thwart, excuse me, for 3, which will get rid of the drone factory. Woo! That's what a team of experts does. Wow. Okay, so there you go. That's how this deck can get things done. And what I really like with Venom, I'm finding, is the versatility. This is versatile. Run and gun is versatile. This is versatile. Like, I can always find the things I want to do, and it's kind of there, so it takes a little longer for the turn. You can hear me talking through a lot more. Like, I don't have a plan for the deck and then enact the plan. I see what I get and go from there. All right, so that's a Gamora if we want her to draw a card. Then we've got the first aid to heal him. She'll let me draw a card. So then I probably will just get a Savage Attack in, but we'll see how it goes. All right, we will add one here to add a drone. We will add a drone when he attacks us. We don't have Grasping Tendrils, but we will trigger Spider Sense. Nothing. Probably get that Triskelion down, though. And then he's going to attack us for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yikes. All right. And then we'll get a Lieutenant who has Guard and Stalwart, so that's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so let's start by playing Gamora. Welcome aboard, Gamora. We'll use team building exercise, and that will trigger Nowhere to draw us a card, so it's a reinforced suit. We may need to Savage Attack him, might be the move here. We're at 2 health, huh? All right, multi-gun those. Hit for 2, hit for 4. That should be okay. Then we could put some of these cards down. Okay. So Beta Ray Bill will attack. Nope, we don't want to attack yet. Yondu will attack him for 2. And then we will multi-gun for 1. So these are dead. This guy's got 3. Then Beta Ray Bill will attack him. That'll bring him to 5, but he's got the suit. So he attacks for 4. That will kill him and get rid of the threat that's here. Gamora. Let's see. All right, so we're going to use Savage Attack to play First Aid to heal him for 2. So that's probably the only time I'm going to really First Aid. Maybe if Groot comes out. I've had many times where Groot comes out and then he gets to 7. Like, he gets attacked and he goes to 7 when I have a suit on him. So that's been kind of funny. The reinforced suit is going to go on Gamora. And then she will attack for 2, bring him down to 16. And then we're going to go get an event. So a lot of people don't like these cards, like the booster boots and things, because you lose cards. Ooh, look, I got Grasping Tendrils. I might just... I'm not even going to save it because I'm going to flip down. And I'll put the Triskelion here, so now I can have 5 allies. So that leaves me to flip and heal for 7 with Project Rebirth. Oh my gosh, there's just so many cards. All right, so I go to 9. He's at 16. So we're getting close here to build where we can then take him out. We'll draw up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're going to get this mansion down. We're going to get this endurance down. These are going to be the 2 big ones. The pistol on her could be good. Not worried about Blaze of Glory. These are the 2 cards I want. I've got 5 right there, so should be okay. We'll use Rebirth to heal ourselves. That card... I mean, that's the thing. There's a lot of cards in this deck that make it like, oh, that makes a big difference. You know, I got the multi-gun and Project Rebirth, so it's easy to look at that and be like, well, of course this is easy if you have those from the start, but that's how it goes. All right. Draw 6. He's going to add 1. Put a drone. He's confused. And then the drone schemes for 1, and then we draw a card. Assault. Goes into Exhaustion. Goes into Advance. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to go to 6. think that's our high water mark so far. There was a turn where it was 7, actually, I remember. All right, so Project Rebirth is going to heal us. That will bring us to 12. Then I believe I will flip. Yep. I will flip, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get rid of these 4 to play an Avengers Mansion. Is that on camera there? Yep, or maybe here even. And I'll exhaust it to draw a card, double resource. So Yondu will kill this and deal 1 with overkill there. I don't really need Beta Ray Bill to do anything. I'm just going to hold the double resource. I think so. So I will give up the pistol to play Endurance, bringing me to 15, which is where I'd really like to be. I'll get rid of 2 with the multi-gun here to go to 4. And then I will have Gamora scheme for 1. Again, I'm not worried about her health because right now she's +3, so she's at 6. If I had a comms link to her, she could go to 7, so I'm happy to do that. And then I get an event, and it's a savage attack, so we will hit him for 5. Bring him down to 10. So really what I would do is bring him down, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to flip down, get a whole bunch of cards, and then I'll flip and, well, I guess I won't take him out that turn. I could if it was built a lot, but I don't think I'm quite that built. Do I want to use him to get rid of 2? I do. So I'm going to exhaust Beta Ray Bill 1, 2 to get rid of 2 threat here, because I just want to keep that as low as possible. How many advances have we drawn? I like Venom a lot. He doesn't feel Doctor Strange powerful to me. I know a lot of people are saying that he's in that S tier or whatever. We do have both advances and a Rage of Ultron gone, so not a super worry. He's very versatile. I think that's the part that makes him fun. Like, sometimes you can stun, sometimes you can confuse, and it's not... Doctor Strange is so much more consistent with all of that stuff. It almost makes Doctor Strange boring. So I've just been trying to really figure out how I could take advantage of this. I want to do an aggression build. The only card that you can use this with an aggression, the symbiotic bond, on the enemy's turn, your own card, so it definitely does that, but is the, you'll pay for that. So it's like a villain where you can get a bunch of threat and then get hit hard and then remove the threat. So I think of like Absorbing Man, Taskmaster, something like that, where, the threat can build up a lot more. Would be kind of interesting. But he's definitely fun. I imagine solo players will really enjoy him a lot in terms of all that. So, all right, we got the Grasping Tendrils. So we will add 1 here. We'll put a drone out instead of increasing the threat. Then he will go to attack, and we will draw a card, which will give us another card here with Spider Sense. So now, unfortunately, we have to decide here what we want to get rid of. So I think I'm going to use Grasping Tendrils with the Helicarrier and my Symbiotic Bonds. I'll go down to 14. And then that will stun him. We won't add another drone. That drone will attack me for 1. I also haven't gotten the upgraded drones, which I've had games where I've had both of those, and they're hard to get rid of. And that makes it a big pain. All right, and then we will draw cards. So the Kree Private... Did I miss? No, I was flipped down on that turn. He will quick strike me. Hey, there's the Rage of Ultron. So he's stunned, so we canceled that. So that works for me. The unplanned attack. Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Welcome aboard, Rocket. I'm just going to trigger Nowhere at the same time. 1, 2, 3 with the team building exercise. Draw a card. Reinforced Suit. And then... who do we want those on? We will put a Reinforced Suit on Rocket and a Comms Implant on Gamora. 1, 2. All right. So then Rocket will swing for 4 against this guy. And then we'll use the multi-gun to take him out here. And And then Yondu will deal 2 damage. And Beta Ray Bill will deal 4 damage to Ultron. And Gamora will scheme for 2. Sorry, thwart for 2. Alright, we're in pretty good shape there. We draw for an event. Savage attack, so we'll hold that. We will then attack him for 3 to bring him to 1. So we'll flip him next turn. We'll flip down Project Rebirth to go to 15. Alright, so we're pretty set up. I don't know if I can kill him next turn, but certainly be very close. So the issue just becomes the drones. He's going to put the 2 drones out. Got to get rid of those, plus 27 damage. That's just a lot. But I'll save Savage Attack to deal damage to him. I won't use it against the drones. Yeah, I got 2 Savage Attacks and a run and gun. So I guess it's just all in on damage. But he can kill a drone. He can kill a drone. He can kill a drone. Or actually, this can kill a drone and this can kill a drone. So 2 come out. So now, we're going to risk it? Yeah, because we don't care if we flip to the Scheme. So we're going to put 3 there so we don't have a drone out. Then he's going to scheme for 2, plus we can add a drone or discard a punch. I will just get rid of this double resource power in all of us so we don't get the boost. So then he adds 2 to go to 5. So now I don't care if this goes because the timer shouldn't really be a big deal. And then he's going to draw a Kree Commando. All right. We will Avengers Mansion for a card. We'll Project Rebirth for a card. Let's see what we can do. Feel like pairing him with Rocket and just having all the weapons. Hey, if that's what sounds good to you, Daniel, then you want to check out One Stop Co-op Shop on Friday night at 10. I am playing Rocket Aggression with all the weapons. Well, with Rocket's weapons. And Peter is playing Venom Protection with the weapons. So definitely join us. Should be a good time. I'm playing on Tabletop Simulator for the first time, so we'll see how that goes. Should be okay. I did a little tutorial yesterday, so. All right, and there's our 5th ally if we want him, so we'll have to see. So let's flip. If we play Groot, let's get rid of threat. We got the Savage Attack here if we want it. Don't even have to technically get rid of him. So how do we deal 1 damage? There's the big question. Is it the multi-gun? That's going to take 1 of mine. 1 damage is funny. Maybe we go through him. So we deal... we deal 2. So we put Groot out. I am Groot. And we trigger drawing another card, the CITT. And then we will attack with Groot to deal 2 to this guy. And then we will Savage Attack, 1, 2. We're going to get rid of the run and gun. Yep. 1, 2. Pay 2 lightnings. Actually, we'll just hold it and take a damage. We'll use our bond. I'm going to put a token, so I remember I did that in these bigger turns. So that's 5, so 4 plus 1 to Ultron flips him. So he'll go to 27. Stage 3. And then we will go find Ultron's Imperative, which I believe was here. There it is. Add 2 drones. Sorry, it's getting a bit messy here. Groot has got 2 on him. This has got 2 on it. Yondu will kill 1 of the drones because now we can't deal damage to him. Need to get rid of that. Could not confuse him. Could also run and gun. Yeah, I think I'll just run and gun. All right, so we'll kill this drone. And then we will swing for 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I could have used Rocket for that overkill. Oh well. And everybody's taking damage. So Beta Ray Bill, who I really wanted to show off. So this is like 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 1 more out. So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage brings him to 20. Yeah, we won't be able to kill him this turn, but next turn. And we draw a card with Gamora. So there's our welcome aboard. which is another lightning. So now we can run and gun, which I think is what I want to do. We'll save the savage attack. Oh, we didn't. So we'll get rid of this scheme. Then we'll play run and gun. Ready, ready, all this stuff. And then we'll just deal damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So he's down to 15. And then you can basically see he's dead next turn. I've got 15 damage, I think, on the board. Probably some different ways I could have done that. I wasn't necessarily going to sit around all day to figure that out. I got savage attack here too. So it's just a matter of this threat, which we'll have to watch. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got a grasping tendril. So have a great day. All right, we'll add 3 threat here. He goes to attack me. We'll just Spider Sense, Grasping Tendrils, and that will stun him. And then we draw a card, and we sorry, I just put it here. We upgrade the drones, of which there are none. And we will Savage Attack for 5, and then we'll have our team of experts help finish him off. 2 from Groot, 2 from Yondu, 4 from Beta Ray Bill, which will finish him off. And 2 from Gamora. And Rocket says, I didn't get my chance! And he's dead. There it is. So that worked. So yeah, this is my deck team of experts for Leadership Venom. I don't know. What do you think? Is it interesting? Is it not interesting? I like that it's just chaos. It's like, well, what ally do I have? What can I put on them? I'll put these upgrades. How can I react to all that? And then by being able to control all of this, and I like having these bigger allies that I'm getting all out on the table and then ways to do it. You could definitely trim this deck down. I don't think it needs to be this big. I don't think team building exercise is all that important. I don't actually even think Avengers Mansion is all that important. What else would I trim? I mean, you could put different allies in. You could put Star-Lord in for sure to be cheaper, and he thwarts a little bit better. I mean, I like having all these upgrades. That's kind of the idea, but you could deal with that. The Welcome Aboard, you might even be able to live without. It's just, it gives you a little more versatility. Again, that's what I'm going for. They're like, well, let me see what's in my hand, and can I use them? Oh, I can't. It's just a card to discard. I don't worry about that as much. It's like, oh no, that card isn't perfect unless I draw. Well, in this game, it's like, whatever, I'm going to pitch something. So it's just one of the 1 cards that I pitch. You could probably live without the First Aid. It's nice. You definitely could live without CITT. Even these doubles, well, they help pay for them. I didn't even play the Helicarrier, so I mean, the resource cards aren't even super necessary. And I never played the Blaze of Glory. So right there, you could see that's 6 cards I could cut. I mean, you're cutting a lot of your economy here. But I didn't get all these down, so I like having all 3 and then being able to pick and choose. I'm not going to favor this one, and I probably would favor the Mansion if I could, but I would play these, and this one I would just let pass. But if you really like, if it bothers you to play a 50 card deck, I think if you pulled these 6, you'd still have a 44 card deck and be in pretty good shape. And honestly, if you pulled one of each of these items, maybe the suits being the most important, so you could keep using them, you get yourself down pretty close to 40. So that is a way you could make the deck, I think, a little more efficient. But this just gives you that high-end, mark that you could do in terms of all that. And in multiplayer would depend on how your Justice player is doing, controlling all that stuff, or if you're trying to help here. But you could see how many times did I attack with Beta Ray Bill or not attack with him, or I don't know. I didn't kill. What I mean is I didn't kill a minion with him. I know I just removed 2 threat, which was silly. I should have just killed a minion because it's the same thing. So there is that. So certainly I drew these 2 cards in the beginning, and I think that makes a big difference in terms of just the way Venom works. I never even got my other pistol, so I don't think it's a big deal in a deck when you're trying to just thwart an attack. I think for defense, it's vital. So you really want to make sure you get that card. And I really like Spider Sense, although it's interesting with Ultron. Ultron's probably the best villain you can stun. He's just the villain that if you could go all in on stuns, I guess you could argue Ronin would be good, but he's adding drones as he attacks you and everything, so I feel like stunning him is really, really important whenever you can. Groot is there, and that's the thing, I never had to do a turn. I never got double attack. The time he drew Rage of Ultron, I had him stunned. But if you get double attack, Groot can take that hit. I usually put a suit on him when he comes out early. So the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I get attack for 5, and that goes to 3, or I even have 2 damage. You see, I attacked with him. I'm not worried about attacking with Groot or thwarting. Like, I'm just using his 6 health. And then he could just be a blocker. They go away, and eventually you get to the point where you're like, oh, I drew Welcome Aboard, and I have Nowhere, or the team, right? I just got something to put him out, whether it be a helicarrier or this, and then I draw a card. Like, it's not a big deal to put them back out. You go through this 50-card deck relatively fast. But you can see I didn't even get all these items. It's like, oh, we had this whole kit of things that I brought, and we didn't use them all. A lot of events, but it's still, I don't know. This deck has been fun. I feel like I'm defending it too much. It's just kind of been one of the more fun decks that I played. I like the one that confused a lot, but it felt very focused around those mechanics. This one just feels like, well, it's a Swiss Army knife, and we're going to try to make it work out. So hopefully that's enjoyable for you. Go ahead and give the video a like if you will. Share it with people and whatnot. And yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying Marvel Champions and the summer and all those things. And I will be back again. Probably the next thing I'll be playing is Imperium Classics. And I'll throw in another one here. Just played Drax Aggression and Scarlet Witch Justice. Mean Swing. Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he can hit hard with those. Yeah, Drax is interesting. I built this Drax Protection deck, and this is what I was going to play. And it's awesome because I think I played it quickly, and it was like after 3 turns, I was at 14 health. Like, I just healed back up, and it wasn't taking damage. I was taking 0 to 1 damage. And it's awesome, but it just kind of sits there. Like, it just sits there and lets threat count up, and then eventually you hope to draw an Intimidate when you're at 4 or 5 attack and remove the threat. So I put some bait and switch in to make him be able to do that. But Shake It Off is just such a great card for Drax, so that's been kind of interesting. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day. I will be back later with some Imperium Classics. Maybe I'll make another Venom deck. I'd like it to have a go at an Aggression deck and see how it is, because I think I've played all the other ones on the channel here. We're getting ready for Thanos, coming in a month, so we'll have that too as soon as we get it shipped in, which will probably be the last week in August there, so I guess it's still a month away. In terms of all that for Marvel Champions. And then, again, you can catch me on One Stop Co-op Shop streaming. You have to go to their streaming one. They have a regular one and then a streaming one, and I'll be there on Friday night at 10 playing Rocket Aggression, and yeah, against Ultron, it's just going to be a literal blast. I have to be careful of not drawing my whole deck, which I found out is a lost condition. So, when I did Ant-Man a while ago. So, all right, thanks everybody for joining me. Have a great afternoon, and I will catch you later. My name is the Brandt. Until next time, I hope you step